You are so cute. Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Jujutsu Kaisen episode 7 and last episode. Oh my gosh. Um, Yuji is back to life. He made a pact with Sukuna, and the pact is that when he says extinction, I think, he gets to do whatever he wants apart from killing people for like a minute. I think that's what he said. But Yuji doesn't remember that. And then you have this curse that has this thing called uh, prison realm, whatever, hell. Must be a realm, right? Whatever. That's supposed to help him seal Gojo. And then Gojo's going someplace and then the guys just dropped out of nowhere and there's about to be a fight. So I'm like, excited! So, before we get into this episode, if you guys like the reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/Philini, where you can find early access to every anime that I'm currently reacting to and full length. And you can also vote on polls of which anime I'm going to be reacting to next. So, let's start this episode. Oh, I didn't even load it up. Oh, yes, I did. Okay. Let's start this episode, and here we go.
Okay, guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comments in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review.
She started them coming, and they told the guys to leave. It's so cool. Saki did that. What the heck? Oh, is that the prism thingy? Good thing that guy left, because he would have been incinerate.
Incinerate.
Do you think you got him? Do they not do that? Okay. Gojo. I'm so glad I got this new chair. I feel so much more comfortable than the ones I used to have. It's a what was that? What's up with the sound and the explosion? Okay. He's talking too much. Where you going? What? The infinity like this. Oh my gosh, I love him. Oh. Oh. Kusama? What? 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 Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How far are you gonna go? He's running away. Of course he shows up. Of course he shows up. Oh my god, this is so cool. I love how he's so strong, but then he talks like, I don't know. He's not gonna do anything. Maybe he tried doing to his man. What you doing here? He said it's not Fuji. Oh my gosh. Okay. Chakra. Has who? Oh my gosh. Okay. Compared to Gojo, he's weak. Okay. That's what he meant. Uh-huh. Domain expansion. Coffin of the Iron Mountain. Excuse me. Is that why he ran? Mm. He's almost. Oh. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, realm. That's what I thought it would be. Now you really want to kill him? Oh. He's taking it off. He's taking it off. Look at how beautiful he is. Infinite void. What is he watching? Like the whole universe. Yeah. What happened? Yes. What? Oh, don't cover it up. Eyes. Beautiful eyes. I can't let people from the school see my face. No, I covered it up. Oh yeah, he doesn't know about it. He's like, was this guy in the intro like sitting right beside Yuji at the school? Because he said that he doesn't want the people of the school to see him, right? Hmm. Get though. You just save him? I don't want them to sell him. He's too cool. October 31st? Mahito? Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. This is the funniest Jujutsu story that I've seen so far. Okay. I spent like a lot of time going through this episode again because I feel like there was a lot of information that was given to me, and I didn't quite absorb it the first time around, so I'll just sit back here and then went through it again. First of all, that fight was Gojo's so cool, man. Like he is so cool and he is so strong. And the guy Joto, what was his name again? Jogo? Yeah. Jogo, he was like acting so mighty, like he could defeat him. Like, yo, there was no way you're gonna be able to defeat him, man. Because they said that Gojo was the strongest sorcerer, right? And then in the previous episode, I think it was Yuji that asked Gojo if he would be able to defeat Sukuna if he was like fully revived and everything. And he's like, yeah, I can. And then this guy, they say that his power level is like 9 fingers of Sukuna, which is not the whole thing. So it makes sense that if um, Gojo was stronger than Sukuna fully revived, then he's gonna be stronger than this one too. And he was. And then when he launched his attack and he thought that he defeated Gojo, and then Gojo just like came out of it like nothing. He's like, "Why didn't he hit you?" He's like, "I have infinity, something infinity, because of the infinity that is fixed between us." I'm like, what the hell does that mean? Then he put out his hand, and then he asked him like to touch it, and he couldn't because there was infinity. He said that it was like he keeps slowing down as he sort of like approaching Gojo, so it's like he never fully actually hit him. It was so cool. And then he launched his what was it, curse technique? Reversal red. He's like convergent. He's like infinity is everywhere. I just bring it into the reality or something, and then he's like convergence, divergence or something. Look, like he manifested this little red ball, and he just launched it. And then he took that plate, whatever, that few minutes where this attack was hitting this dude to go and bring Haiji. And Haiji's like, Haiji, oh, from the way. Okay, so he went and brought Yuji, and Yuji has got his thing down, like him releasing the cursed energy, the constant stream of cursed energy, like he got it down. Yeah, and then as he was watching the movie, I was the movie that he was watching. I'm like, Sam, and I'm like, I feel like this from a movie that I was thinking about, but I didn't have time to actually thinking about. what the movie was until I went back and saw it in like Lord of the Rings. That was clearly Sam and what was his name again? I forgot the main character. That was that scene when they were in the boat or something. I don't know, but yeah, it was from that movie. I'm pretty sure. So he took Yuji to this to fight, and then he's like, I just brought him here to watch because he wants him to learn about domain expansion. Yeah. So when Gojo called this dude weak, and you what does keeps thinking Yuji? Yeah, Yuji. What did I? Whatever. When Yuji was like, this guy is weak. Like he is so much stronger compared to everybody that we've faced so far. And then there was this particular scene that reminded me of Naruto when um what's his name again? Jugo. When Jugo was creating his domain expansion, he was releasing all these energy, and then you see Yuji being so like I'm not gonna say afraid, but he was. It felt like he was feeling over. Yeah, he was probably still feeling afraid, right? And then Gojo was like, "Don't worry." He put his hand on his head. He's like, "Don't worry, you'll be fine," or something or other. And that scene reminded me of when uh what was that dude's name in Naruto when they were doing the bridge builders mission, and the some I'm forgetting the guy's name, and him and Kakashi, they were about to face each other, and Sasuke was feeling so overwhelmed that he felt like he wanted to kill himself, and then Kakashi's like, "Stop, don't worry," or something. I would never let anything happen to my comrades or something like that. I don't know. Just that scene right there reminded me of it. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. So he took him. The guy created his expansion. What's it called? Domain expansion. Created it, right, and then Gojo went through this course of what the domain expansions were, and he's like, okay, once you create a domain expansion, you have some kind of you get some environmental boost, I guess, for yourself, and that every attack that you hit, that you do, is gonna hit the person that you're trying to hit while they're in the domain, and that there's I guess 3 ways to try to counter it, and the first one was to use a technique of yourself to try to counter attack the heat, and you can also try to get out of the domain expansion, but he said that that's usually impossible. And then the third one is to create your own domain expansion, and if your domain expansion is more polished or whatever, is stronger, I guess, than the other one's domain, then it's gonna take over, right? And that's what he did. He created his own, and he did. And he's so beautiful. So like, it felt like it was like the whole world in his eyes or something. It was so beautiful, so blue. He felt a little psycho at one point when I think it was after he took over the dude's expansion, and then what was happening in that thing? He explained what was happening right in his domain, that every living act that you can possibly do is happening at the same time, but you can't actually do anything. So the only thing that I'm gonna do is sort of like took off the head. I don't know, there was a look in his eyes when he did that. It was like, oh my gosh, you look a little psycho. And then when they actually got out of the domain extensions and everything, and he had the guy's head on the ground and his foot on him, and then he like had the one of the eye was already covered by his bandana or whatever, and then the other one was like this. I'm like, yo, those two shots. I'm like, creepy, not creepy, but like a little psycho. So yeah, that was that. And then this um other cursed spirit showed up. What was his name again? I wrote it down. Hanami? Yeah, Hanami. He came in and then saved Jugo. Excuse me. When he used his technique, there was all these flowers that just like sprung up, and they were all so enthralled. At least, Gojo was only there for like a second. He's like, okay, this must be a technique from this guy that's trying to make you lose your will to fight. But he snapped out of it, and then by the time he and then Yuji was apologizing. Oh my gosh. He was like, I'm okay, just go after the guy. But then he's like, oh, I'm not really okay, save me, sensei. And then by the time he saved him, the guy was gone. And before he left, the other dude that was with him, this ghetto, he said that he can't let anybody from the school see his face. And then when he said that, and then he left, the way he was talking to the other cursed spirit, he's clearly human. I think when I see him, I usually think that he's a cursed spirit for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because he was with that cursed spirit, Judo. But I don't think he is. I think he's a human. I think he's a sorcerer too. Like there's the part in the intro where toward the end of the intro you see Yuji sitting down looking to the right or left, and there was this guy right beside him looking at him. They look similar to me. So when he said that he can't let anybody from the school see him, in my mind that means that this guy goes to the school, so he's not trying to let anybody know that he's actually working with these cursed spirits. So yeah, and then he left, went through this door, and then just like walked out onto a beach where we got to meet Mahito, who I'm gonna believe is the leader of all these cursed spirits. He really reminds me of Shigaraki in My Hero Academia. I don't know if it's the white hair and then the sort of like, I don't know, the scar on his face. I don't know, but he reminds me of him. His voice was kind of sweet. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. And they are so determined to seal Gojo that I'm like, I don't. They set a date for October 31st for the day that they are gonna seal Gojo, and I'm like my screen right now has a screenshot of him. He's so cool and so strong, so I don't wanna see him sealed up and not show up in any episode, you know, because I wanna see him in every episode, even if it's just like a little bit. Like I wanna see him do something. So the fact that they want to kill him, I hope they don't succeed. But I feel like for their plan to succeed, they're gonna have to kill him, and it's gonna happen. Then it's gonna have to be up to the students or whatever to try to get him out of it. That's what I'm thinking, but I don't want to see that happen. And then, after those guys left, Gojo was telling Yuji that he's gonna be practicing with him. I think he said that they were gonna increase his output of curse spirit, and that every day he's gonna be fighting with him. And like, I hope they show that, even though like clearly Yuji's not gonna be able to defeat him at any point, but he's gonna be learning. So that's a great thing. And then they're gonna be doing that, and then they're gonna be taking on some missions, some harder mission until the time for the, what did they call it again? I keep on forgetting how they're calling it. What am I saying? Tournament. It's not a tournament. It's, let me see. Exchange event. Yeah, for the exchange event. So this is also that they can become stronger. And Gojo also said that he wanted them to be strong enough to be able to defeat curse spirits like Jugo So yeah, and he also mentioned the fact that so these cursed spirits are making not factions, are creating a faction. All the cursed spirits in the faction, are they all special grades cursed spirits? Because when Gojo saw this Jugo, he's like, you're an unregistered. He's an unregistered special grade. So clearly that means that I feel like Hanami is also unregistered special grade, just like Mahito. Uh-huh. So are they? Is the faction made out of all unregistered special grades, or are there? Mm, there must be one. There must be cursed spirits that are not special grades, right? Why am I talking so much about that? Well, whatever. I love this episode so much. Like I did. Gojo, he's so awesome. Like I love him. I love him so much. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want to see the next episode right now, you can do so by checking out my Patreon. My Patreon.com/Mini. And you can also see the full line for this reaction there as well. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.